Good morning. So it is the day after the shoot. I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling quite tired, literally just because the last couple of nights I have not had enough sleep at all. I've literally had 6 hours last night, 5 hours the night before, so I am feeling a little bit shattered, but I thought that I would vlog today as well because I'm also doing something really exciting today. This is something that I've debated doing for quite a while now, but I've always put off just because of the cost of it. But I thought, well, I've done my fat loss phase, I'm right at the end of it, this is probably the perfect time to do it. So what I've done is I've booked myself in for a DEXA scan. Now I believe DEXA scans can be used medically, and they are used medically, but you can also book them in just for your own personal want of having one. And the reason you have one is they are like the gold standard at giving you a breakdown of what your body composition is, telling you what your body fat percentage is, how much lean muscle mass you have, all of that good stuff. They're the most accurate way to do it, and I just thought, well, I've finished my fat loss phase, it's probably a good time to do it, so I'm going to do that later. It's really good. So you get a consultation, and based on your body composition results, they give you a rundown, or they give you recommendations of your training and your nutrition and what sort of things you could be doing to help you reach your goals. So I'm really excited for that. Basically, I'm just excited to see what my body fat percentage is, not gonna lie. I think what I'm gonna do is just get a couple each year just to see how my body composition changes in response to my different training protocols and what I'm aiming to achieve during that frame of time. So that is what I'm doing today. I also think what I'm going to do is grab a burger afterwards. If you watched my last vlog, you would know that the burger gods were not in my favour yesterday. My post photo shoot meal was going to be an insane burger feast from TGI's. I was absolutely buzzing for it, but unfortunately my friend Holly was feeling ill, so she went home, so we didn't go in the end. That was absolutely fine, because what I planned to do was grab a takeaway burger when I got home. There's this burger place near me. They do, honestly, the best vegan burgers, and they're only a £5. So I got home, got on my phone, got whacked out Uber Eats, was all ready to order it, and it was fucking closed. So I was like, mate, this is not what dreams are made of. So yeah, I didn't get my burger yesterday, but there is a patty and bun near the scanning place. Patty and bun do incredible vegan burgers, like literally out of this world. So I feel like it's only right that I go to patty and bun and treat myself to a vegan burger after my scan. So that is exactly what I'm going to do. Yesterday, I don't think I ate too badly yesterday. I did have 2 donuts and I did have a lot of pick and mix, but my actual meals around those were actually really nutritious and pretty high quality foods. But I did have a lot of processed sugar yesterday, and I just honestly don't ever want to look at another piece of sugar ever again. That doesn't even make sense, but it was a definite sugar overload. I mean, I'm sure I'll be scoffing all of the Christmas trees in a couple of days' time, but there we go. One thing I am doing is I am still tracking my calories. I am tracking my maintenance calories, so I didn't track yesterday, of course, but up until Christmas Eve, I am going to be tracking, just because, and this is going to sound so cliche, but the diet after the diet is so important. Like, after you've come out of a fat loss phase, obviously you are very hungry, like your hunger cues are all out of whack. It's so easy to overeat, even when you're listening to your hunger cues, to overeat and regain a lot of the weight and a lot of the body fat that you've lost. Now, I've worked so hard during the past 3 months. I do want to maintain my current physique for a little while at least, so I am going to be tracking my maintenance calories over the next few days just for accountability. I am going to be a bit more flexible because I have got some social events, obviously, and then obviously Christmas. I'm obviously not going to be tracking on Christmas Day, Boxing Day, when I go around my aunts and uncles on the Monday. But I think on the days next week where I don't have social events, I am going to be tracking at my maintenance calories. And then they are fairly moderate at the moment, just due to lower energy expenditures, social events, Christmas, whatever else. But they will be tapered up in January. That's the plan. That's where I'm currently at the moment. I've got a week off of training this week, so I am still doing 2 30-minute cardio sessions. I've done one this morning. I'll do one at some point later this week, probably Friday morning, but I'm having a full-on deload, full-on rest week from resistance training, and honestly, I need it. I really, really need it. And then I guess back to it next week. I've been rambling for about 5 minutes now, so you probably don't want to listen to me ramble on any longer than this. What I'm going to do now is grab a banana because I'm getting a bit peckish, sit down and get some work done. So that banana is all gone. I've got my peppermint tea. It's a bit too hot to drink at the moment. Yeah, that's gonna leave me with a nice fuzzy burnt tongue. You know when you get that horrible fuzzy feeling on your tongue when you burnt it? Fun times. What I'm doing right now is I'm just making the cover art for the thumbnail for my photo shoot vlog yesterday, which is fun. This is the first time I've ever done this before. I'm actually loving it. I think it looks pretty good as well. Probably looks like shit, but I'm liking it at the moment, and it's the first time I've ever done it, so we all got to start somewhere, right? What I'm basically doing is reserving about 1,000 calories for this burger later. It's probably not going to be quite enough. I probably am going to be in a slight surplus, nothing that's going to make any noticeable difference to anything. But I've got another hour and a half till I eat my lunch, and I'm definitely going to be very hungry by that point. I'm not going to lie. What I also forgot to say earlier is I have got to fast for 4 hours before the scan, which will make saving calories, banking my calories for this burger later a lot easier if I physically cannot eat. Otherwise the results of the scan get messed up, and there's absolutely no way I'm going to mess the results of this scan up given how much bloody money I've paid for it. It is lunchtime, finally. So happy because I've been hungry since I ate that banana pretty much. Did not fill me up at all. For lunch, I have got one of the M&S plant kitchen wraps. It's the no duck poison one. This is the one I picked up yesterday before my shoot, and then I saw that no beef welly roll thing. Let's just adjust that. Then I saw that no beef welly roll thing, so I demolished that after my shoot instead, but it means I have this for my lunch today. And one of these Misfits protein bars. These Misfits bars, protein bars, are honestly incredible. Like, definitely top tier protein bars. This is the limited edition gingerbread one. Been smashing these. I'm already almost finished my second box. I'm gonna have to stock up on them because obviously they're not going to do them for much longer, and they are incredible. But the Biscoff flavour is honestly amazing. Like, I could eat a whole box of those easy, not gonna lie. Biscoff ones are good. And what other flavour is good? The peanut butter and jam one is really, really good as well. I'm gonna tuck into this. Does anyone else do that thing where they refuse to eat, even take a bite of their food until they've found something to watch? I'm just one of those weird people where I will not even take even a tiny little bite until I have something on that I want to watch. Please tell me I'm not alone with that. during my fat loss phase, towards the end, when I was eating these, I was just trying to savour them and make them last as long as possible, just to get the most out of them in terms of taste, pleasure and enjoyment and satisfaction and satiety. So what I was doing, I was eating them like an actual 3-year-old. I was biting the chocolate off all down the side, biting the chocolate off at the end and biting the chocolate off at the top, then eating the biscuity bit. Proper child way to eat it, but it was working for me. Can't lie. I'm gonna go finish this off and probably get back to work. It's a bit later on in the day now. I'm just heading to the station to go to my DEXA scan. I thought I was going to be a bit more hungry than this, not gonna lie. I haven't eaten since I ate my lunch earlier, just because I had to fast for this scan. Basically, the reason you have to fast is to just standardise it every time you get it. Because obviously, if you have a scan and you've eaten 10 minutes before it, and then the next scan you've eaten 3 hours before it, it is going to affect your results. So the fasting is just to standardise each scan. But yeah, like I said, I'm not really hungry. That lunch was actually surprisingly very filling. I'm very, 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 very excited for my patty and bun burger afterwards though. I have been thinking about it a lot today. I really do hope it lives up to expectations, because otherwise that will be slightly disappointing, but I'm sure it will, because it's patty and bun, and if you've ever been to patty and bun, then you'll know. The scan's all done. That was, God, this is not, literally looked like a floating head, floating egg. Scan is all done. That was really, really interesting. My body fat percentage is definitely lower than I thought it was going to be. So it was about 22%, which I'm quite happy with, considering that I've worked so bloody hard during this fat loss phase. So they rate where your percentile is compared to essentially all their other clients, I think. So my body fat percentage was in the 10th percentile, which means I've got a lower body fat percentage than 90% of their clients, I believe. He's given me all of the information on these documents and the report. So what I'm going to do is, when I get home, I will show you and run through it all, because there was a lot of information, and I cannot remember it all off the top of my head, but it was really interesting. Muscle mass was really high as well. Like, I think I'm in total muscle mass in the 70th percentile, which means I've got more than 70% of other clients, which is pretty cool. Makes you feel pretty good about yourself. And also the other thing that I was really happy with is my visceral fat was very, very low, like very, very low. I think that was in the 5th percentile, which is pretty impressive. Now it is time to absolutely demolish a patty and bun burger. Oh yeah. From my DEXA scan. Didn't go to Patty and Buns in the end as it was closed. Like, honestly, it has been an absolute mission to get a bloody burger. All I wanted after my shoot was a burger, and that was the third place that let me down. Mental. Anyway, went to this vegan restaurant called Unity Diner. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. If you're ever around the Liverpool Street area and you want a dirty vegan meal, go to Unity Diner, because that place will sort you out. So good. And they do the most incredible peanut butter hot chocolate. Oh my god. Oh, so good. Anyway, let's stop rambling about food, because I have the results of my DEXA scan. Just gonna really run through them. Really, there was a lot of information that he just kind of shoved on me, and I feel like a lot of it's probably gone like that now. Maybe I should have been taking notes. I probably should have been taking notes. But anyway, my total body fat percentage was 22.2%, which I'm pretty pleased with. I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was gonna be a lot higher than that. So I am pretty pleased with that. And in my trunk area, so your trunk's like, or how they, I don't know if this is standardized, this is like the standardized trunk area or just how they measure it. But he said my trunk is my abdomen, my chest and my back. So my body fat percentage in that area was 16.5%, which is pretty mental. Yeah, I am pleased with that, because it just shows, I was saying this earlier, it just shows that my hard work during this fat loss phase paid off, and I did get some sort of result from it. But that body fat percentage overall, because what they basically do, they have percentile tables. So they have a percentile table for the different types of measurements they have. So they've got body fat, they've got the fat indices, which is your body fat in relation to your height, right? They've got a couple more. They've got visceral fat, and then there's your lean mass ones. So for total body fat percentage, I am in the 10th percentile, which means that in this sample of people, and their sample is their clients, and that's data for 4,000 female clients. For my age range, I'm in the 10th percentile, and that means that I have a lower body fat percentage than 90% of their other female clients in the 18 to 29 age range, which is pretty fucking cool, if you ask me. Pretty happy with that. Visceral fat. So your visceral fat is the fat that surrounds your organs, and you need a bit of it just for like cushioning, insulation, protection. You need a little bit for protection, but if you have too much of it, that's when it can cause issues. So if you have too much visceral fat, that's when your risk for heart disease, when your risk for diabetes and things goes up. Pretty fucking pleased with mine, not gonna lie. So mine was, where's the visceral fat? 12.5. That was the indice. So my indice of it was 12.5. So I think that means the visceral fat in relation to my height, right? And that puts me in, you can tell that I have a fully comprehensive understanding of this. But anyway, that puts me in the 5th percentile for my age range. So that means I've got lower amounts of visceral fat than 95% of other females in their sample, which again, I'm pretty gassed with that. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty buzzing with that. It does make me happy. It just makes me feel just good about myself, that like all of the hard work that I put into my health and fitness, with my training, with my nutrition, like it's doing bits, right? It does. I mean, I know genetics do come into play, but like, yeah, it makes me feel like the work that I am putting into it is actually paying off. It feels good. In terms of lean mass, so lean mass is basically anything that isn't bone or fat. So it's muscle, skin, organs, right? Overall, I am in the 70th percentile. So that means I've got more lean muscle mass than 70% of the other females in their sample. Maths makes my brain hurt, not gonna lie. My arms are really high, you know. I mean, I know I have a lot of muscle mass in my arms, so this did not surprise me, but I'm in the 90th percentile for lean mass on my arms. And trunk, I'm way down. I'm like 45 in the 45th percentile. And then legs, my right leg has a lot more lean mass than my left leg, about 1 kilogram difference, he said. So the average of that, I'm in about the 80th percentile. You can't really see where he's drawn it on. There we go. So that's probably makes no sense showing you there, but yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the results of it. I'm overall pretty happy with that, not gonna lie. So what you can do is then go back at regular intervals just to see how your body composition is changing over time. So next year I am going to go into a gain phase for about, I reckon, for about 4 or 5 months. I haven't actually spoken to my coach about it yet, but I reckon I want to do about 4 or 5 months gaining. And then once I finish that gaining phase, what I'm going to do is then go back and get it done again just to see where I'm at. Obviously my body fat percentage will be higher, but I'm hoping that I can get my total lean mass into the next percentile, which will be the 80th percentile. That is my goal, and he said that's more than doable. So that's the plan. But yeah, DEXA scan, if you're interested in finding out more about your body composition and you like all the data and stuff like I do, definitely go for it, because it is pretty cool. And that's me. So the blue is bone, the red is lean mass, and the orange is fat mass. So I carry a lot of my fat mass around my hips, around my legs, and then he said I'm very, very lean around my abdomen area. And he said that's, I mean, we all know that's how it is for females. Most of us do carry most of our body fat around here and less around here. And then for men, it's less around here, more around here. But he did say I'm very, very lean around this area, which, not gonna lie, that does make me happy. Anyway, I think I'm gonna sign off now. It is 20 to 10. And I am very tired because I haven't had enough sleep over the past couple of nights. I hope you enjoyed my little vlog of the day and my DEXA scan, and enjoy the rest of your morning, afternoon or evening, whatever time it is when you are watching this.